Hey everybody, I'm back again with another video. This time is going to be on one of our 2025 Ford Broncos. This first white one here in the video. I'm going to go over a little bit about the different trim levels that Ford offers for the Broncos, and then kind of what equipment group comes on this specific Bronco, and what are the options and features available with it. All right, for the Ford Broncos, if anybody's been kind of familiar with Jeeps, Jeep has a ton of different trim levels. The Rubicons, they have the Saharas, they have the Trailhawks. I mean, they have a ton of different trim levels. So it's kind of the same thing for the Broncos. Whenever you look here towards the front, this is going to give you the clear depiction of what the trim level is. This specific one is going to be called the Big Bend. So the way that they would go, and it goes in this exact order, is it would be a base Bronco, it would be a Big Bend, it would be an Outer Banks, it would be a Badlands, Heritage, Strope, and then Raptor. Now the Broncos are offered in a 2 or 4 door specification. The only Broncos that come in a 2-door would be the base trim level, it would be the Badlands, the Stroke. Those are the only 3 that are going to be a 2-door option. Everything else is going to be a 4-door option, okay? All the Broncos are going to come standard from the manufacturer with a manual transmission. This specific one was upgraded to the 10-speed automatic transmission. The upgrade for the transmission is going to be about an additional $1,800, okay? Not many people drive stick shift anymore, which is understandable. So it's nice that Ford gives you that option, but some people do like that stick shift, so you can get that if you like, okay? They also come with a soft top standard. What you're seeing here is going to be called a gray molded in color hard top, okay? Everything on the Bronco is removable. And what I mean by that is all the doors can come off and all the roof can come off. The roof will come off in sections, in panels. So in the front, you have one panel above the driver's side. You have one panel above the passenger side. You have one very long one in the middle. And then you have your third row here. It also comes off, but a little bit more work needed to it. The good thing about Ford is they include all your tools with it already. So you would take out about 5 screws on each side. Same thing on this side. You definitely need 2 people. You would lift it up and then you can either store it in your garage, something like that, okay? So like I said, this specific one already came with the hardtop. I would say 90% of the Broncos we get from the factory come with the hardtop. For the hardtop was an additional $1,800 as well. This specific one is equipped with a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder engine. It is an EcoBoost. That means it has a turbo inside of the vehicle. All right. You can get a larger 2.7 liter V6. You'll have the option to get that on the Outer Banks, Badlands. It comes on the Stroke, and then the Raptor comes with a 3.0 V6. That's the biggest engine we offer on a Raptor, okay? This specific one, it comes with an equipment group called a 222A. All right. There's a 221 underneath it. The 221 underneath it is going to be very, very basic. This 222, what it's going to include is the 2-door intelligent access with lock and unlock. That means it's just having the key fob on your body, in your purse, in your bag. You walk up to the door handle and it will lock and unlock. It does have dual zone conditioning on the inside, electronic conditioning. Front row are heated. Your sliding vanity mirrors are going to be illuminated. You'll have a power outlet in the back. It does have remote start. Does come with the rear parking sensors, and then it would come with a 1-year connected navigation, so it'll update you on the actual Ford navigation about any accidents, things like that for detours. It also includes the Ford Co-Pilot 360. What that means is going to be all of our suite of safety features, okay? So that's going to mean blind spot detection, automatic high beams, lane keeping system. It has a lane keeping alert and lane keeping aid. It'll also show you a little coffee cup in the dash if you start falling asleep, and it has to notify you 2 or 3 times on the same trip that you're veering out of the lane. Has a pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, and dynamic brake assist. And then it'll also come with your backup camera. So that's going to be called our Ford Co-Pilot 360. It's highly, highly recommended. It does come, like I said, already standard on this one. I'm doing the remote start just so you guys can kind of see it. The doors are locked. So simply by me putting my hand inside here, it will unlock the vehicle. I'm going to jump on inside here. So on the Bronco, like I mentioned, since everything is removable on the doors, you're not going to find many controls besides your lock and unlock. If you wanted to remove the doors, there's going to be one mismatch colored screw here and another one right at the very top. Those 2 come out, and then you would pop out this little extension, I don't know really what you call it, like wiring harness. That would come out, and then you'd be able to store your doors in a bag in your garage. You would roll the window down first before doing any of this. That way the window's safe and secure inside of the compartment here, okay? As you can tell here, it is a push button start. Foot on the brake, you push it 1 time, it'll start up all the way. Like I mentioned, dual climate control AC, heated seats, It does come standard. All the Broncos, even the base level, with our 12-inch touchscreen radio. It is wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. All right, down here, a lot of people get confused by this. It says GOAT modes. That means goes over any terrain. It's going to be your driving mode, like in a regular sedan, a regular SUV, and a regular truck. In your digital display here, all I'm going to do is turn this knob left or right. All right, so when you turn it left, you're always in normal mode to start the car, okay? You turn it one time to the right, you got your slippery mode. One more time, you got your economy mode. You got your sport mode. You got your sand. And then you have your mud and ruts. If you were to leave it in one of these off-roading modes, it automatically does all the 4x4 for you, and it will tell you in there off-road use only. Same thing if you were to go back, for example, sand mode, it'll automatically do all the 4x4 for you. And then if you just wanted to go back into, you know, let's say an economy mode to save some gas, it'll switch it back and do into a two-wheel drive for you regular. This button in the middle, this is called one pedal drive. When you were to click this, trail control starts here. You would essentially set your cruise control like a regular car, but only for off-roading. And what that's going to mean is that this vehicle would actually decrease and increase its velocity all by itself without you having to click the brakes whenever you're doing some off-roading, okay? Over here is going to be your automatic lights. You have your emergency brake down here. I'm going to throw this bad boy into reverse so you can see your backup camera. Has your backup sensors up here in the corner. If you wanted to turn off your sensors, you can. And then if you wanted to kind of zoom in a little bit in the back, you could as well. And then you do have a manual mode here, so you can shift to the manual and you can upshift and downshift the transmission as needed. Maybe you're somewhere mountainous, okay? You have your volume control, your regular tune for your station. This is trail turn assist. If you're off-roading in a trail and you got to make a sharper than usual turn, you would click this button here, and then like it tells you in the dash, you'd have to be in 4 low or 4 high, and it would actually allow you to turn your wheel a little bit more to be able to make any narrow turns or anything like that. Traction control, and then you have your hazard lights, okay? Up here, you got your little glasses holder. All the buttons to control the windows are in the inside of your, right near your center console here. You can pop it open. It is lockable using the key. So using the little key, you push the little black button inside here. Key comes out. You can use this little key fob to lock your center console. You can lock your glove box as well. This would be the toolkit that has everything you need to remove all the doors and then the roof in the back. And then you have your mirrors to control your mirrors here as well. Here on your steering wheel, kind of self-explanatory. This is how you would change your radio stations. This is how you control the main display screen in the back. If you have your iPhone or Android connected, you could use your wireless, hey Google, hey Siri. It'll automatically, take you to a convenience store, gas station, call a relative or a loved one. This is how you'd open your menu control, hang up a phone call. On the left side, this is your lane keeping system. So if you notice at the bottom right here next to the little leaf, there's a little car with the road. You can click this button one time and now your lane keeping is off. That lane keeping system is using a front facing camera up here. It's going to detect when you're inside of the white lines. If you're, like I said, you're falling asleep, texting, looking at the radio, not paying attention, and you veer left or right, it'll shake the steering wheel, and that can actually, has a button that it can help you aid, so it actually push you or steer you right back into the lane. Now I have to admit, if you don't like to use your blinker a lot, that feature will drive you crazy, because if you don't use your blinker to switch lanes and you have the aid feature on, you're going to feel resistance trying to switch over the lane. So I have had customers call me back saying there's something wrong with their car. This is how you would turn on your cruise control, and then you would set your speed, and then you can cancel and resume, and then go up and down on the volume there. In order to take the top off, it's super easy. You got four leverage or handles, one here, 2, 3, and a 4 right there in the back. So pull one, you always start with the driver's side. You will turn this towards you, boom, boom, and boom. And then it's kind of hard to have only one hand right now, but this will pop right out and then make it super easy. Weighs about 15-20 pounds. Ford does offer over 250 different accessories, guys. So there's bags that you can buy for the roofs. There is bags that you can buy for the doors. There is so many different accessories, lights, winches. There's so many different things that you can do for the Bronco. They're super fun. Like I said, you got your lights here. This is actually a little mount. So if you wanted to put a GoPro or anything in here, a camera, you have your cable that you can connect back here so you can get some charge, some energy. Down here, you also have your little outlets. USB, USB-C. You can also add running boards. You can add rock rails if you like. Back here, another USB-C. You have your other 110 volt back here. And then you have your controls and then AC so your guests aren't dying of heat back here. These seats also fold flat. So click your little headrest here, pull it forward, they go nice and flat. This specific Bronco came with a few goodies added onto it. So kind of like it says here, this would be basically a cover. So to cover the whole vehicle here. As you can notice, these are going to be for your back doors. So these are going to be the cases that you would actually put your back doors in, so they don't have to get scratched or dinged up or anything like that. And then here you would have for the front doors. So yeah, front door, back door, you can store all your doors in here. You don't ever have to take off the doors if you don't want to. Same thing, wiring harness, one miscolored screw, one miscolored screw. Makes it super easy in order to take it in and out. Tires. The Broncos have been super popular for us, guys. If you need any help with any, Bronco questions, any orders you're interested, maybe for you or somebody that you know, I hope that you could recommend them to come and see me. Like I said, I'm located here in Greco Ford of Delray Beach, Florida. I have a plethora of Broncos upstairs in my parking garage. I have a few out here. Kenny on the lot. Let me know what you guys need.